together for the first time, Ryan Seacrest and Vanna White.
When Ryan Seacrest was announced as the new host of Wheel of Fortune, fans thought it was a natural transition, the beloved TV icon stepping into the shoes of another legend, Pat Sajak. But what no one expected was how emotional, chaotic, and controversial this new chapter would become. Now, as the cameras roll for Vanna White's final season, shocking reports are surfacing about tension behind the scenes, a tearful moment from Seacrest himself, and a replacement scandal that could forever change Wheel of Fortune. Let's break down what's really happening behind America's favorite game show, from Vanna's bittersweet farewell to Ryan's emotional breakdown on set, and how this iconic duo's legacy might be at stake. For more than 4 decades, Vanna White has been the face and heart of Wheel of Fortune. Since 1982, she's been turning letters, smiling through millions of spins, and becoming one of the most recognizable figures in television history. When Pat Sajak announced his retirement in 2023, fans immediately wondered, would Vanna stay?
Well, the time has come to say goodbye. I have a few thanks and acknowledgments before I go.
The answer was yes, but only for one more season. According to insiders, Sony Pictures Television convinced her to stay on for the transition period to ensure a smooth handoff to Ryan Seacrest. It was meant to be a symbolic farewell, a celebration of Vanna's legendary run before she gracefully bowed out. But the atmosphere on set was far from calm. Sources close to the production say Vanna was deeply emotional during filming, struggling with the reality that she was closing a 40-year chapter of her life. And it wasn't just nostalgia. Behind the smiles, there were quiet frustrations. For years, Vanna had been vocal about her pay disparity compared to Pat Sajak. Reports revealed that while Pat was earning around $15 million per season, Vanna's salary hovered near $3 million, a massive gap for two people who shared equal screen time for decades. Vanna reportedly negotiated a raise after Pat's departure, but even then, she was not entirely satisfied. Some insiders suggest that her final season is not just a farewell, it's a statement. A message that she deserved far more recognition and respect than she was given. During a recent taping, as Ryan delivered a heartfelt tribute to Vanna's final season, he reportedly choked up on camera. Multiple eyewitnesses claim that Seacrest, usually composed and professional, paused mid-segment, visibly emotional as he spoke about how honored he felt to share the stage with a true icon of television. One insider told Entertainment Weekly, Ryan genuinely broke down. He's watched Wheel of Fortune since he was a kid. Being there in that moment with Vanna, realizing it was her last season, it hit him hard. Everyone on set was emotional. Fans who attended the taping said the crowd gave both Ryan and Vanna a standing ovation. The two shared a hug that reportedly lasted several seconds, a rare, raw moment in an otherwise scripted show. But while Seacrest's emotional tribute won hearts, it also masked growing tension behind the scenes. As soon as Vanna announced her retirement, speculation erupted over who would replace her. Would it be a younger co-host to modernize the show, or would Sony honor the show's legacy with a veteran personality? That's when the replacement scandal began. According to leaked reports from inside Sony, early talks considered several controversial candidates, including Kelly Ripa, Julianne Howe, and even Kim Kardashian, who had recently expressed interest in hosting game shows as part of her growing media empire. The idea of a celebrity co-host instantly divided the fan base. Loyal viewers feared the show was being Hollywoodized, drifting away from the charm that made Wheel of Fortune timeless. Then, an even more shocking rumor surfaced. Producers were allegedly testing AI-based digital host technology, similar to what's being used in other TV pilots. If true, this could mean that Vanna White's human touch, her warmth, elegance, and consistency, might be replaced with something artificial. Fans were furious. Social media exploded with hashtags like No Vanna, No Wheel and Keep It Human, calling for the show to maintain its traditional spirit. Vanna herself reportedly expressed discomfort with the idea, telling close friends that some things in television should remain human. On screen, Ryan and Vanna look like the perfect duo. But behind the curtain, multiple production insiders claim that not everything has been smooth. Ryan's arrival came with a complete overhaul of the show's rhythm, new scripts, modernized graphics, and even tighter production schedules. For a veteran like Vanna, who'd worked under the same format for decades, this sudden modernization was overwhelming. Some crew members said she felt pushed aside like the show was moving on before she was ready. According to one crew member, there was a moment during rehearsal when Vanna got emotional. She said something like, "It feels like I'm watching my own goodbye before it's even time." It was heartbreaking. Ryan, ever the diplomat, reportedly tried to reassure her. He insisted that he wanted her guidance and valued her mentorship. Yet, as production went on, Sony executives began emphasizing Ryan's leadership role more publicly, shifting the narrative toward the show's new era. For fans who grew up watching the warmth between Pat and Vanna, this transition feels bittersweet, almost too fast. Behind Ryan Seacrest's polished smile is a man under intense scrutiny. After Pat Sajak's 4-decade legacy, every gesture, every joke, and every pause he makes is compared endlessly on social media. Some fans have praised his professionalism, while others accuse him of being too scripted, too Hollywood, or lacking Pat's subtle humor. This constant pressure to please everyone while honoring Vanna's farewell season reportedly took a toll. A friend close to Ryan revealed, "He's been losing sleep over this. He knows how much this means to America. He doesn't want to mess it up." The crying moment on set wasn't just about Vanna, it was about the weight of all of it. And that's the human side fans often forget. Seacrest is stepping into an impossible role, trying to replace someone irreplaceable while saying goodbye to another legend beside him. The post-Vanna era will be the ultimate test for Wheel of Fortune. Will viewers embrace the new look, new feel, and possibly new technology-driven format? Or will nostalgia pull audiences away, longing for the warmth that Pat and Vanna brought for decades? Some television analysts believe the show could face a massive ratings drop in its first post-Vanna season, especially if the replacement doesn't capture the same connection with fans. Others think Ryan's charisma and versatility might save it, giving Wheel a new lease of life for younger audiences while maintaining respect for the past. Ryan himself has said in interviews that he wants to honor the legacy and keep the fun alive. He's been reportedly working with longtime producers to ensure that the core spirit, the joy, suspense, and warmth remains untouched. Still, with AI hosting rumors, salary disputes, and emotional goodbyes swirling, Wheel of Fortune stands at a crossroads between tradition and reinvention. When the cameras stopped rolling after one of Vanna's final episodes, there wasn't a dry eye in the studio. Crew members, contestants, and even Ryan stood in silence as Vanna gave a heartfelt message thanking fans for 40 years of support. She ended with, "Every letter I've turned has been a memory. Every smile is a connection. I'll never forget what this show and you have given me." Ryan reportedly hugged her, whispering something that wasn't picked up by microphones. But one audience member said it looked like he said, "You'll always be the heart of this wheel." That single moment summed it up: the past, the present, and the uncertain future, all spinning together like the wheel itself. Vanna White's departure isn't just the end of an era. It's a reminder that television, like life, keeps spinning forward, but some moments, some people, will always stay engraved in our hearts. As Ryan Seacrest takes full control of the show, he's already facing the biggest challenge of his career, carrying the Wheel of Fortune torch while proving he's not a replacement, but a worthy successor. The tears, the tension, the farewell, all of it marks a transition few shows in history have ever survived. But one thing's certain: whether through laughter, tears, or scandal, Wheel of Fortune will keep turning just like it always has. And somewhere in every spin will live the spirit of Vanna White, the woman who made every letter shine. Hit like, subscribe now for more behind the scenes, Hollywood stories where fame, emotions, and legacy collide.